Marcus went from making 40,000 a year to 120,000 in 5 years, 3 times the income. And yet the day he got the big promotion, he had less money in the bank than the broke version of himself had at 23. Same man, triple the paycheck, poorer. How is that even possible? At 40,000, Marcus drove a used sedan and ate at home. When his salary jumped, the car became a leased SUV. The apartment became a mortgage he could just afford. Dinners out replaced groceries. Every raise got swallowed whole before it ever reached his savings account. He wasn't being reckless, he was being normal. This is the trap almost nobody sees coming. It's called lifestyle creep. Your spending rises to match your income, quietly, automatically, like water filling a glass. You feel richer because you buy nicer things, but your bank balance never moves. The numbers grew, the freedom didn't. Here's the surprise that should reframe everything. A raise doesn't make you wealthier. The gap between what you earn and what you spend makes you wealthier. A person making 50,000 who spends 35 is richer than a person making 200,000 who spends 190. Wealth lives in the gap, not the income. So the people who chase a higher salary as their escape plan are aiming at the wrong target. More money flowing through a leaky bucket just means a wetter floor. You don't need a bigger bucket. You need to stop the leak, and there's a precise way to do exactly that. The principle is called the expense ceiling. Here's the rule. You set a hard cap on your monthly lifestyle spending, and you freeze it. When your income rises, your spending does not. Every extra dollar that comes in flows straight past your lifestyle and into savings and investments. You decide your ceiling once, on purpose. Why does this work when willpower fails? Because it removes the decision. Lifestyle creep happens one small upgrade at a time, and each one feels harmless. A ceiling makes the default no. You're not resisting 100 tiny temptations. You made one big decision, and now every raise automatically builds your future instead of vanishing. Let me make it concrete. Say your ceiling is 3,000 a month for everything. Rent, food, fun, all of it. You get a raise that adds 1,000 a month. The old you would upgrade. The ceiling version keeps living on 3,000 and sends that entire extra 1,000 into investments. Same life, quietly compounding. Do this for 3 years through 2 raises, and something strange happens. Your savings rate doesn't creep up by a few percent. It explodes, because the gap between your frozen ceiling and your rising income widens every single year. You gave yourself a raise the bank can actually see, not just the showroom. Now the obvious objection, so I'm supposed to never enjoy my money? No. The ceiling isn't poverty. You set it at a level that already feels good. The point isn't to live like you're broke. The point is to stop letting every win automatically inflate your costs. You enjoy life at a level you chose deliberately. And here's the deeper freedom most people miss. When your lifestyle is locked below your income, you become almost impossible to scare. You can quit a toxic job, survive a bad month, walk away from a bad deal. Low fixed costs aren't just about money, they're about options. They buy you a spine. Marcus learned this the slow way. At 32, he finally froze his spending where it was and let 2 years of raises pour into investments instead of upgrades. By 35, for the first time, he had a year of expenses saved. Same income he'd panicked at before. Now it felt like armor. So how do you start today? Pull up your last month of spending and find your real monthly number. That's your starting ceiling. Write it down. Promise yourself the next raise, bonus, or side income does not touch it. It flows past your lifestyle, straight into building your future. Most people spend their whole careers chasing a bigger income to fix a problem that income can't fix. The leak is the problem, the ceiling is the fix. Earn more if you can, of course, but cap your lifestyle on purpose and let the gap do the quiet, unstoppable work. Remember this, a raise fills your glass, but a ceiling builds your dam. The river of money will keep flowing your whole life. The only question is whether it runs through your fingers or piles up behind a wall you chose to build. Set your ceiling. Freeze it. Watch the gap make you free.